We begin with security matters in the wake of a brutal attack on the Yelewata community in Goma local government area of Benue State, where suspected gunmen killed over 100 residents, set homes ablaze and destroyed food supplies. The region has been thrown into deep crisis. In response, Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia, Inspector General of Police Kayode, Egbetokun, and the Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa visited the community. They condemned the violence and pledged to end the persistent assaults on innocent civilians, promising new security strategies to restore peace and order. Our correspondent Joshua Imarayi reports from Yelewata.
Women and children. This has now turned the community into a mecca of some sorts as high-level government officials visit to pay their condolences to the families of those that lost loved ones. The Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia says that additional security personnel have been deployed to bolster security in the area and preventing further bloodshed.
We've gained their own assurances of the support. Already, we now have an increased presence of different teams and squads. That is going to create a huge difference. They've been to the sites, we've all been there, we've seen how inhuman it is. Each person is touched.
The Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun says that although the Yelewata incident is a major tragedy, other attacks have been prevented through intensive intelligence collaboration between the police and the military.
When one incident happened, hundreds of incidents have been prevented that are not known to the public. So that this happened does not mean that we have not been deploying. We have actually been deploying. We've been working together with the military and with other security agencies to ensure that this reign of impunity of these criminal elements ends. And we are committed to this.
The Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, announced a strategic shift emphasizing increased coordination with commanders, community leaders, traditional rulers, and clergy to root out criminal networks.
We're tired of innocent souls being killed, and we're here to ensure that we address such. From now, I'll be going to see my commanders, and we have to change our strategy. We want to look inward and see how we can address it. But like we mentioned, we cannot do it alone without the community, without the state. We need everybody to be part of it. We understand that even before now, we used to have, even within us, people that compromise and give information, because going around, you see the way some of the burnings were made, they were targeted, and which means they had insiders. And so I've discussed with the communities, the traditional rulers, with the clergy, for us to work united. There have been some issues on trust, and that we're going to address.
In the aftermath of the heinous attack in Yelewata, which reportedly claimed the lives of over 100 residents, community members are hopeful over assurances of the adoption of new strategies to help nip future attacks in the bud. In Benue, for News Central, I am Joshua Imarayi.
Well, News Central's correspondent Joshua Imarayi joins us to give an update on the security situation in Benue State. Joshua, good morning to you, or good afternoon, I must say. How are the residents of the community right now that you visited? How are they responding to assurances given by the governor as well as security chiefs of their safety?
Well, good afternoon to you, Leko. I am live at Daudu community here in the same Goma local government area of the same place, particularly Yelewata, where they experienced the tragedy days before. Well, residents over here in this place are expectant that those promises that were made by the government is translated into actions, not just words but actions. They promise a wholesome security revamp and restructuring, so they are expectant. But however, the situation in Yelewata is one of many that has been torchlighted in this particular region of the country. Well, I have some revelations from a certain gentleman who wishes to speak to us about what has been going on in the same Goma local government, but yet a different place. I have Mr. Tenor here. He's here to speak to us. Please come forward, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, sir.
Look at the camera. You are on live on television now.
Okay, sir.
So tell us your name.
My name is Tenor Oshio. I'm from Daudu, Goma local government area.
Okay.
Benue State.
Okay, tell us, a few days ago, an attack was made here in Daudu.
Yes.
Tell us what happened. Give us a general idea of what transpired.
What happened at Daudu is on 11 June 2025, around 12 noon. One of my brothers, two of them, they went bush to carry firewood for Mama's side, Tegu. So that the Fulani husband attacked them and killed 4 of them, Matthew Kobo, Kechiat Kwanzu, Ignatius Katsina, and Amos. Then, after the Wednesday when those people there was key, on Thursday we carried soldiers to go and research their dead body of their brothers. They still had people, their Fulani husband, they ambushed there and killed 3 soldiers, 1 Mopo and 1 Mr. Unonguto, who was key on that day, and the peak was with soldiers together.
Wait, let me get you straight. Days after the incident that happened, you went to recover dead bodies.
Yes.
Now, you were also ambushed.
Yes.
And who did they kill? Let's get that clear.
When we go to check their dead body, they kill Mr. Amos for the 2nd day. Yes, on the 3rd day when we carried armed soldier to follow us and search their brother's dead body, they still killed 5 people on that day. They killed 3 soldiers, 1 Mopo and Unongucho on the 3rd day. So yet, that our brother, their first big key, we have never discovered, we never carried their dead body, they are still dead bush till now.
I understand you were live there when this thing happened. Tell us what you saw, how they attacked you, and what do they hold?
The day that attack us on that 11, the Fulani have malicious weapons. They have AK-47, and there are many inside bush. They are hoped to kill all of us when we go to search our brother dead. So all of them, they're having weapons, strong ones. So there are more than 50 people that I saw by my eyes on that day.
Wait, how are you guys living in this community? Do you sleep in this community? Do you stay here?
The community, the Daudu here is very scattered now because especially in the evening time, when evening meet us for Daudu, we see people, they are carrying their goods here and there because there are no way to stay now because they are afraid whether they sleep. Those people, they will still attack them and kill us. So now the Daudu is not settled. We are moving helter-skelter now.
Now, I want to ask you, what has the state government said? Are they aware of these things? Have you informed them?
The state government, especially in Goma here, we have our O1, which is Mr. Chairman, Maurice Owo. He was talking that we should meet those people that kill us to reconcile with them and go back to our various destination. That is not the best, because it's the one that will take our cure. It's the one that our security to secure our life. It's not ourselves. We go meet the husband and make the consultation with them. It is the one. If there's that issue, it's the one that take the responsibility. It's not us. So, but he's telling us now that we go and meet the Fulani and make the peace with them and settle so that the things will be going on. And it's not proper.
Thankfully, Mr. Tenor survived that particular attack, and unfortunately, others who accompanied him to that particular place to recover the corpses of those they lost were unfortunate and met their demise. This is the case of so many residents in Benue State, cut across several areas in the bushes. Their original ancestral land has been contested for by these same armed herdsmen who are hell-bent on taking their lives. Well, this questions another aspect of government intervention regarding security and the safeguarding of lives and properties of these individuals in this area. This is the plight of so many of them. Back to you, Leko.
Thank you so much, Joshua, for bringing these details to us. We hope that our government will stop politicizing these security issues and be up and doing to ensure that these people are safe. It was nice talking to you. Thank you. Well, in a show of solidarity following the deadly attacks in Benue State, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has met with Governor Hyacinth Elia at the Government House in Makurdi. Egbetokun extended his condolences to the state and its people, condemning the assault as a senseless and tragic act, one that not only targets Benue but undermines Nigeria's sovereignty and integrity. Elia, in turn, expressed heartfelt gratitude for the IGP's swift visit and the continued support of the Nigeria Police Force as the state grapples with this crisis. This visit underscores the ongoing commitment by security authorities to address the escalating violence and offer support to the people of Benue State during these challenging times.
I am in Benue State today to commiserate with you on the sad incident of the tragic attack on Yelewata community in Benue State. And so also assure you of not only our commitment to pursue these criminal elements and bring them to justice, but to also assure you that we are committed to bringing lasting peace to Benue State.
The carnage that took place over the weekend, again, was a senseless one. There was no cause for such bloodbath. But it's happened. We express a sincere gratitude to you and the entire service for before now even responding to us appropriately on all the requisitions in support of our fight against insurgencies in the state. Each time we made a request, he promptly approved and enormously supported our fight in the state.
Now, the ongoing debate over the creation of state police has sparked differing opinions between the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, and the Conference of Speakers of State Houses of Assembly. On Monday, during a constitutional review dialogue in Abuja, Egbetokun reiterated his belief that what the police need to effectively tackle the country's security challenges is adequate funding rather than the establishment of state police. However, Chairman of the Conference of Speakers, Debo Ogundoyin, argued in favor of a multi-layered policing model similar to systems in other countries to improve security at local levels. Egbetokun also highlighted gaps in the police force's operational effectiveness, particularly in joint security operations, and called for legislative reforms to enhance federal policing while allowing for auxiliary support from state and local units under strict constitutional safeguards. And I'll tell you that there is palpable tension in Edo State as residents of Obazagon community are protesting the killing of Kayode, a deaf and speech-impaired man. The peaceful protesters marched to the police headquarters in Benin City, demanding justice and support for the victim's family. News Central's correspondent, Israel Iferobo, has more.
It was a solemn protest in Benin City as members of Ogbazagbo community demanded justice for Kayode, a deaf and speech-impaired man reportedly shot at close range while supervising a building project.
This protest is to remind the police, is to ventilate our spleen, is to say Kabudo rejectamenta to the gruesome murder of Efe Ogbede, who was murdered at Obazagbo community, Benin City, Edo State.
Efe is a deaf person. He was going for his work to fend for himself and his family. but he was killed gruesomely at Obazagbon community. The people he took there, the laborers, they heard because they could hear. They ran, but because he was a deaf person, he could not run. That was how he was killed.
The Edo State police spokesperson addressed the crowd, confirming arrests have been made in connection with the killing.
I issued a statement on behalf of the command on the 4th of March 2024, where 8 persons were arrested in connection to the crime, which I believe you are aware, and due investigation has been concluded in that regards, and as we speak, the matter is in court.
Efe's widow, who is also deaf and speech impaired, spoke through a sign language interpreter, appealing to the state government to come to her aid.
Efe Ugbede was my husband. We lived together. He was a very good man. He cared for us. He helped us with all our needs. In the family, we never suffered before his death. I'm begging the government and the society to please give me work and give my children scholarship to school, so that I can also fend for my children the way my late husband did.
As Edo State residents await the outcome of the police investigation, they hope that justice will be served without delay. In Edo State, for News Central, Israel Ifirobo.
Let's now go on a break on the news. When we return, we'll bring you more stories. Do stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. We'll now tell you about infrastructural projects. Now, President Bola Tinubu has commissioned the Greater Abuja Water Supply Network covering loops 1, 2, 5, and 6, designed to provide potable water to over 1.5 million residents across Nigeria's capital. The project, executed with support from the Chinese government, aims to address decades of water scarcity in underserved districts of the Federal Capital Territory. The Central Sumaya Abubakar has more in this report.
The water supply expansion project marks a significant milestone in Abuja's infrastructure development, extending pipelines to new districts and densely populated communities long without access to potable clean water. Lobes 1, 2, 5, and 6 form part of the Greater Abuja Water Supply Scheme, a partnership between the federal government and the People's Republic of China.
Water is life. It is not a luxury. It is a basic human right and a foundation for public health, urban development, and economic growth.
Funded through a concessional loan from the China Exim Bank, the project covers over 200 kilometers of pipelines and is expected to serve over 50 districts within the Abuja city center and surrounding suburbs.
This contract was awarded in 2017 at the cost of $470 million US. 2017, under the Partnership of African Development Initiative. The Chinese government provided 85%, while the federal government and FCT provided 15%.
With more districts springing up in the capital, pressure on water infrastructure has steadily increased, leaving many residents dependent on boreholes and tankers.
The promise of improving the lives of our people in the city and environment through provision of adequate supply of good, potable, and clean water.
Nigeria is a great country with unlimited potential, and China would always be Nigeria's most reliable partner of development.
The Greater Abuja Water Supply Project is expected to significantly reduce the water gap in the federal capital city and complement existing infrastructure. In Abuja, for News Central, Sumaya Abubakar.
Nigeria's federal government has launched the official portal for the 2025 National Youth Conference, with 36,000 Nigerian youth expected to participate across virtual and physical engagements. The conference portal was unveiled in Abuja by the Ministry of Youth Development. Tagged the Youth Confab, it will allow delegates from across Nigeria and the diaspora to register and take part in a multi-tiered consultation process. According to the Youth Development Minister Kayode Olawande, the conference will begin with virtual consultations abroad, followed by federal constituency dialogues, zonal consultations, and a final gathering in Abuja.
Years, the youth of this country have not been able to experience government once. The government has not created any impact to feel them. They can't see it and they can't touch it. It is not another talk show. This is the new participatory platform that empowers every young Nigerian to contribute into government decision making, particularly on youth-focused issues. Through this conference, we will co-create youth-informed, youth-approved, and youth-led solutions.
The portal we are launching today is more than just a website. It is the digital gateway to the confab sources, as it will facilitate seamless delegate registration, broad virtual consultations, and serve as the primary hub for conference information and interaction.
This is not a committee for just talks, but we're doing the work. And because one of the best ways to allow people to interact with us, this committee, is through the website, ensuring that we can give you up-to-date information on what is going on with the committee and what we are doing, how we're planning it, and how it's going. And how you can also interact with us. And how you can also bring in your ideas into the committee.
Let's now take you to Benue State, where stakeholders in oil-bearing communities say they are impressed with efforts of the Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited, particularly in tackling pipeline vandalism and protecting the environment. At a stakeholders engagement convened to review PINL's operations, community leaders confirmed that there's been notable environmental relief since the company assumed responsibility for securing the Trans-Niger pipeline corridors. News Central's Biola Festus has more.
In response to persistent concerns over oil theft and pipeline damage in the Niger Delta, the federal government engaged Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited (PINL) to provide surveillance and protection for strategic oil infrastructure. 2 years on, leaders from affected communities in Bayelsa and Rivers State say the intervention is yielding results. They report a significant decline in pollution and damage to the environment.
We have been able to achieve near zero vandalism on the pipeline that we have been mandated to secure. Crude oil production from the fields of Devil Creek, Maray, Non-River is been flowing without interruption to Kolo Creek, where it is channeled further to Bonny Terminal.
We want to especially thank Pipeline Infrastructure for engaging our youths to take surveillance of the pipeline, and that has helped to reduce criminality in our community.
As we are collaborating in the safety of our pipeline, I think Nigeria is happier now because more revenue is accruing to the federal government. Continue. May God bless you. Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited.
PINL has set a goal of achieving zero infractions across 8 coverage areas. Stakeholders are urging the company to maintain high standards in its operations.
Management currently have a proposal on scale acquisitions designed for women across the TMP, and I can confidently tell you that it is going to be approved very, very soon.
Through Pipeline Infrastructure Nigeria Limited, at least we'll be getting stipends. We say God bless you, and we pray that you don't stop. Keep doing the good work you've been doing. I want to say thank you too for the new project you are about to embark on. That is a skill acquisition for women.
For a smooth operation, PINL prioritizes concerns of oil-producing communities through periodic engagements, working closely with locals for maximum efficiency. Every engagement serves as an avenue for stakeholders to lay complaints about possible shortfalls. They, however, confirmed that PINL has been a listening organization.
We're more interested in community-centric supports, like providing infrastructure and providing basic social amenities like health facilities and means of transportation. They've responded to that in a number of communities, so we're confident that their level of responsiveness to issues raised by communities, stakeholders and leaders is what commending.
This thing is what we need to lead this country. Every leader is afraid of criticism. The moment you start embracing criticism, they know that you're a good leader. What PINL just did to us is to show leadership.
Going beyond its security mandates, PINL has also announced plans to award scholarships to young people in host communities, an initiative aimed at empowering minds and deterring criminal activities such as oil theft and illegal refining.
We are looking at empowering our communities beyond pipeline surveillance. We are looking at indigenes of these communities becoming medical doctors, professors, engineers. By so doing, they will add more value to what we are currently doing.
A break we'll do here on the news. When we return, we'll bring you more stories. Don't go away.